Hey, so when writing your letter to a community worker, I asked you to introduce yourself, say a couple of things about yourself. I also asked you to include your questions for the community worker. Um, Tell the community worker why you are doing this letter. Part of the reason might be because to say thank you for the work that the worker does. The other reason is because you want to learn more about that person's job. And then the last thing is to always say thank you and to show them how they can write back to you. So I wanted to show you my letter. So here's mine. I'm going to write my letter to the mail carrier. Dear mail carrier. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to include a little bit about myself. Hi, my name is Bill, and I teach first grade. All right. My kids are learning about jobs. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions? Question mark. I hope you are doing okay, and I just want to say thank you for all you do for me and my neighbors. Well, okay, here are my questions. Here are my questions. Let me see what I have so far. All right. Dear mail carrier, hi, my name is Bill and I teach first grade. My kids are learning about jobs. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions? I hope you are doing okay, and I just want to say thank you for all you do for me and my neighbors. Well, okay, here are my questions. All right, let me go to the next page of my letter. Page 2. Question 1. What is the funnest part of your job? And I'm going to put a little follow-up to that. What do you like about it? All right. Question 2 is, what's the hardest part of your job? What's the hardest part of your job? My question 3 is, how many apartments and homes do you visit for your job each day? And my last question is, what are your most important tools? So these are my questions. I know the mail carrier has a mail carrier bag, but I might learn about some other really important tools that the mail carrier uses. All right, so there's the questions. So in the beginning of my letter, remember in the beginning of my letter, I said a little bit about myself, and I said my name. I also said thank you for what you do. And then in the middle part of my letter, I did my questions. And then in the last part of my letter, I'm going to do another thank you. And I'm going to give my info. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much once again for the work you do. I hope you and your family are okay. Please write me back, or we can chat from the window soon. All right, let me see what this says. Thank you so much once again for the work you do. Let me put an exclamation point because I want to put some enthusiasm in there. I hope you and your family are okay. Please write me back, or we can chat from the window soon. And then I'm just going to say one last thing. You're the best. And then I'm going to say from, or I could say thank you, and then under the closing of a letter, you put your name. So the closing includes a thank you, or sincerely, or gratefully, or your friend, comma, and then your name at the bottom. So that's my letter. And if you already wrote a letter to someone and already asked them questions, that's pretty awesome. And this week, choose another community worker and write a letter to that community worker. Because there's always more that we can learn about a person's job and about the person who does that job. Because that person also has a family and is also a community member just like we are. All right, so that's just a little tip about writing letters, kids. I hope you're well. Reach out if you have any questions.